What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video and another part of What If Naruto was from an astral clan and had an ancient tailed beast. This is part 5 of the series, and because you've been loving it, I'm making these back to back to back to back. So, yeah. But after this episode, I will need some suggestions in the comments below because I don't want to say I'm running out of ideas, but I'm kind of running out of ideas. But anyways, let's get right into the video. So last time we left off after Naruto joined the ANBU Black Ops on his 10th birthday. And then 1 year later, we see Naruto and Shisui over at Itachi's house after a mission, with Itachi and Shisui's girlfriends, Izumi and Miko, being there as well. Fugaku then comes into the living room, telling Sasuke he should take his friend from the academy with him and go play outside, because the adults need to talk. Naruto felt kind of disrespected, but was gonna go along with it anyways. Sasuke was about to take Naruto, but was then stopped by Itachi. "No, Dad, I invited him over. He's with me," Itachi said, wanting Naruto to stay with him, knowing Naruto is as mature as an adult, especially during his missions. "Fine, but I need to talk to Shisui and you after to talk about you and your duties. I think Naruto should join us for that as well," Shisui said. "Why would you say such a thing?" "Well, I can explain later," Naruto said, "but for now I'll go to the Hokage's office. I have something to talk to him about." "I'll come back later," Naruto says. Naruto steps outside, walking normally, pretends to walk away, but then when he's sure nobody's watching him and nobody can sense his chakra anymore, he teleports in front of the Hokage's office immediately and knocks on the door. "Come in," Minato says. "Hello, father. I've come to talk to you about something," Naruto says. "Alright then, let's hear it." We then cut back to the Uchiha compound, where Itachi and Shisui are about to get lectured by Fugaku about their ANBU duties. But before he could get a word out, a young boy suddenly teleports in front of him. That's the same boy as the one from before. "What are you doing here, kid? There's no time for games," Fugaku says angrily. "But I'm not here to play games. I'm here to listen to you. Shisui wanted me to join, didn't you?" Naruto quickly puts up a sound barrier around the room, and then he says, "I'm actually in the ANBU Black Ops, just like Itachi and Shisui. To be precise, I'm actually their team leader, the captain." "You're lying. Nobody your age can join the ANBU." "He's telling the truth," Shisui says. "But, Naruto, are you sure he's allowed to know? I mean, Lord Fourth told us not to tell anyone, because your identity should be kept a secret. I mean, not even your mom or your sibling know." Naruto, Itachi asks, a little bit worried. "It's alright, I talked it over with my dad, and he says I could tell my close friends and teammates, as well as the clan heads and shinobi council members, as well as the civilian council should know." "I see," Itachi says. Later that evening, Minato and Naruto are walking home together. They knock on the door to see Kushina, Menma, and Mito all standing in the doorstep, a little bit confused. It was obvious why Minato was so late to get home. He's the Hokage, but they were wondering why Naruto was late and wasn't at the academy today. Kushina looked furious. "Come in, you guys," Kushina half yelled. "Do you want to explain why you weren't at the academy today?" Well, it's because, well, Naruto didn't know how to say it. Minato laid his hands on Naruto's shoulders, reassuring him. Naruto is in the ANBU Black Ops, Minato said prideful. He what? Now Kushina looked really mad. She had that look on her that you realize now why people call her the Red Hot Habanero. Minato, do you want to explain? She said, a little bit slower than last time. Well, as I said, Naruto is in the ANBU. He's been an ANBU captain for a while now and has joined the ANBU about a year ago. I don't believe it, Menma says. But if you don't believe it, then why wasn't I at the academy today? Naruto says, also with a little bit of pride. Well, you were just skipping, of course, Menma said. He wanted to be in the ANBU as well. He was jealous. Menma always wanted to be the best. He always wanted to be the strongest in the family, and he wanted to surpass his father once he's old enough. But the way it was going right now, that was still gonna take a long time. Kushina then takes Minato into a separate room, yelling at him, telling him that Naruto is way too young to have joined the ANBU. But Minato holds his ground. He tells him no. He tells her no. Naruto is strong, respectful, and he's an amazing shinobi. Later that evening, during dinner, Menma asks, Dad, why are you training Naruto more than me? But Minato looks confused, and so does Naruto, because, well, Minato has never actually trained Naruto before. Well, Menma, I've actually never. I haven't trained Naruto. You're lying. There's no way he could join the ANBU without training with you before. No, he did it all on his own, and with his grandpa. Yeah, that's right, Naruto says. Naruto is a little bit sad of how the way that his family reacted. The only person that seemed a little bit happy for him was Mito. She just smiled at him. That's the kind of reaction he wanted to see. But I guess it was understandable from Mom. But Menma, he didn't know. After this evening, we skip forward yet another year. This is the last day of the academy, precisely their passing exam to become Genin. So some people go, and then it's Naruto Sarutobi's turn. Naruto goes. Well, I mean, before this, by the way, they all did the paper exam, and Naruto aced it. He didn't get a single question wrong. But now comes the shuriken part. Naruto hits 100% of his shuriken, which was 20, which means that he got even better than Sasuke and Menma and Mito, with all three of them getting 19, but Naruto got 20 out of 20. The teachers are really surprised. I mean, not that they didn't expect Naruto to be so good, but they didn't know Naruto was that good. Then comes the cloning part. They all have to make one proper clone. However, as we know Naruto, he can't hold back. Naruto makes 50 clones, and everybody looks surprised. You pass, the teacher mutters. He doesn't know what to say. I mean, not even a Chunin could do that. Maybe a Jonin, but that's still super hard to make. You would need a lot of chakra to do that. But as we all know, Naruto has more than enough chakra because he's actually gotten even more chakra over the years since, due to his immense chakra, how would you say this? His chakra control, let's just call it. He has a lot of chakra control, and so the tailed beast has given him more and more of his own chakra back, but none of his chakra. If that was confusing, basically Naruto is getting more of his original chakra back, but none of Ataru's chakra. Which, if you forgot, Ataru is the 13-tailed wolf. So Naruto now almost has his full amount of chakra, which he was born with, which is almost 10 times as much as a full Uzumaki has. Which, if you don't know, is like more than a Kage has. That amount of chakra could probably rival Hashirama or Madara. It's just insane. So Naruto aces every single test he gets and becomes a genin. Mizuki doesn't try to do any of those little tricks on Naruto, but tricks Kiba. Kiba goes through the forest when suddenly he gets tapped on the shoulder from behind by Naruto. Naruto asks him to give him the scroll, but he refuses. Kiba is going to fight for the scroll. But Naruto knows that if Naruto really showed his true power, it wouldn't be funny. I mean, Naruto would absolutely destroy Kiba. So then, before their fight starts, Mizuki actually starts and throws a gigantic shuriken at both of them. Naruto deflects and Kiba jumps to the side. Naruto then takes the scroll, teleports into the Hokage's office, and hands it to Minato. Then he quickly teleports back, pins down Mizuki, and calls for other ANBU help, especially Itachi and Shisui. They then escort Mizuki back to the Hokage's office, imprisoning him, and Kiba. Well, Kiba didn't have any time to learn anything from the scroll or do anything else with it. But without anyone noticing, Naruto actually did copy one technique, which, as we all know, is the multi-Shadow Jutsu. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I am actually gonna be dropping another episode of a different series today, a little bit later in the afternoon, so be prepared for that. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one.